Or the $1 million question. What is the thin stick of land connecting the northern and southern American continents? Elaborate.
I want to use one of my lifelines. I'm going to phone a friend. Sky. What is the thin stick of land that connects the North American continent and the South American continent? Please, this is for $1 million.
Actually, that thin stick is called the Panama Land Bridge.
What are you saying? The banana what? Come on, explain.
The Panama Land Bridge, an isthmus body of land that connects two giant continents, was formed about 13 to 15 million years ago. It's one of the most impactful land formations on Earth.
What is all this stuff? Come on, explain.
It all started back in my day. I watched those large terrestrial beings cross from the North American continent to the south using the Great Land Bridge. The world was never the same after the day that land bridge was closed off, as I saw the current of the seas drastically change, as well as the effect of this on the eventual ice age. I myself witnessed the ocean 20 million years ago when the Panama Isthmus did not exist.
Wait. What did you call the banana again? Like, it mush?
An isthmus is a narrow landform sandwiched between water. Basically, it connects two bigger bodies of land and separates two bodies of water.
Well, like, how did it form? Like, did someone just like slap it onto the map?
Underneath the surface, two plates, the Pacific and the Caribbean, were slowly colliding into each other. The pressure and heat caused by the subduction of these led to the formation of underwater volcanoes. Over time, large amounts of sand, soil, and mud were washed away from the North and South America by strong ocean currents and, little by little, completely filled the gap between newly forming islands. That isthmus is now known as the Panama Land Bridge.
What did you call this thing again? Like subduct, and like you also talked about plates and like how they move. Like, does the plates have to move?
The movement of tectonic plates is inevitable. Some move towards each other, convergent, some move away from each other, divergent, and some move past each other, or transform. When two tectonic plates separate, a wide boundary forms. As magma rises from the Earth's mantle to the surface and solidifies to form a new oceanic crust, earthquakes frequently occur along these borders. The convergent border is a type of plate tectonic boundary that the Pacific and the Caribbean plates had. The borders of one or both colliding plates may bow up into the mountain ranges as a result of the impact, or one plate may bend down toward a deep undersea trench. Moreover, structures, whether created by nature or by humans, that cross a transformed boundary are offset, cut up, and carried in opposing directions. As the plates move apart, the rocks that line the boundary are crushed, forming a fault valley or a submarine canyon. At transformed margins, crust is fractured and broken rather than being transformed or destroyed, in contrast to convergent and divergent boundaries.
Oh, okay, thank you. But like, what are the effects of the Panama Land Bridge?
The land bridge connects the North and South American continents, as I said earlier, thus making it easier for living organisms to migrate back and forth. This played a big role in biodiversity. Atlantic currents were rerouted northward and settled into a new current pattern called the Gulf Stream. Climate-related disasters in Latin America have already increased by 2.4 since 1970. Panama experienced a series of extreme weather events. Understanding a country's historical vulnerability requires recognizing and acknowledging historical climate conditions and natural disaster occurrences in relation to growth and development contexts.
Oh my god. Thank you, Sky. I'm gonna win $1 million. Back to you. Okay, so my answer is, so for short, the Panama Land Bridge is a thin stick of land that may look like just randomly placed on the world map, but it has a wide and important history. It has connected bodies of water and land on Earth. It has caused and changed in the currents of the temperature of the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean, the two largest oceans on Earth. And it has allowed plenty of life forms to migrate between the North American and the South American continents. The formation of this Panama Land Bridge was 13 to 15 million years ago, where the North American and South American tectonic plates caused some bodies of land to appear above sea level. Most notably, the Panama Land Bridge.
Congratulations! You won!
Let's go!
Hello guys, thank you for watching. That is the Panama Land Bridge.